The world of productivity is excellent. It shows us how to get more done in less time to move closer to our goals. But could productivity
become an addiction?
The Oxford Dictionary defines addiction as the state of being unable to stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful. Thousands of people are coming out expressing their unhealthy obsession with getting things done. And now I'm one of them. The more I do, the more I need to do to be satisfied. And when I'm not working towards my goals, I lose a sense of self-worth. Sound familiar? Well, this is a problem we need to solve. So over the next few days, I'm going to do some deep self-analysis. Each day, I'm going to note down how much work I got done, how productive I felt I was, and how good my mental health was. And what I learned throughout this process completely changed the way that I look at my motivations in my life. And if you're anything like me, I think this video could really help you. Today was somewhat of an average day. I went to school, went to the gym, filmed the introduction of this video, which was interesting. I recorded my results for today, and even though I got quite a bit done, I still had this nagging feeling that I could have been doing more. Today wasn't bad, but I'm hoping to have a bit of a better perspective tomorrow. Now this is where things get really interesting. This morning, I listened to an episode of the Joe Rogan podcast with Dr. Gabor Mate, who happens to be an absolute expert on addiction. And Dr. Mate talked about his own struggles with workaholism throughout his life, and how actually they were caused by trauma he experienced as a child. Now, I haven't experienced deep childhood trauma, but I can definitely think back to the time when my productivity habits started, and see that my reasons behind the things I do may not actually be what I think they are. Now, I like to think that I work hard to achieve my goals and change the world, but there's also a part of me that works hard to distract himself from
Things that he doesn't want to face.
Around the time that I started working hard, I was having a difficult time psychologically. My normal life had turned upside down because of a national lockdown, and I didn't feel in control of my reality. So yeah, I basically realised that maybe my productivity habits aren't actually about pursuing goals at all, and they're actually an attempt to feel like I have some kind of control over my life. So I think to solve any addiction, we have to look at the psychological causes, the things that we're escaping from that are causing our unhealthy patterns of behaviour. Despite learning about the potential cause for my productivity habits yesterday, I still feel a little bit dissatisfied with how much I get done. So I did a little bit of research and I came across a brilliant article written by a woman named Anna Codriarado titled Do I have productivity dysmorphia? This term comes from the disorder known as body dysmorphia, where an individual has a skewed perception of their own body image and therefore becomes dissatisfied with the way they look. Whether they feel they need to gain or lose weight, be more muscular, or have a more attractive face. And productivity dysmorphia works in a very similar way. No matter how much this person gets done in a day or achieves in their professional life, they can never feel satisfied. It's like a constantly ongoing imposter syndrome mixed with an unbelievable drive to be better. And whenever something goes well for me, I really can't sit there and just enjoy it. It may feel good for just a moment, and then my mind quickly moves on to the next objective. And this is where it really hit me. I finally figured it out. I'm addicted to being productive because I don't feel good enough. I like to think that I have a reasonable level of self-esteem in my life, but this has made me think that maybe my achievements in the material world are just giving me a false sense of self-esteem. And in reality, they're just trying to fill the void that's inside of me that just doesn't feel good enough. And now I've come to think that the only way to build real self-esteem in life is not with more work, or more achievement, or more responsibility, but really, it's from self-love and self-acceptance. If everything outside of yourself in your life was taken away, your skill set, your education, your achievements, your appearance, would you still like yourself? Would you still respect the person that you are? Or would you feel insufficient? This has made me realise I have a lot more inner work to do.
The realizations that I came to yesterday have seemed to really change the way that I'm viewing my work and my lifestyle today. And I'm feeling quite different about it.
I'm just about to go off to basketball training, but I wanted to express just how good I feel today. My base stress levels are lower. I'm not constantly thinking about how I can get more done. And I'm living in the present moment a little bit more. And it's because I've slightly shifted the way I view my life. More specifically, I've adjusted the way I look at how I spend my time. Time is money. And let's say we have 14 usable hours in a day. We have to think very carefully about how we spend those hours. If they all go onto our work, then we can become quite a one-dimensional human. However, if we evenly spread our time over all the things that are meaningful to us, not only do we not feel overworked, and not only do we avoid burnout, but we become a more balanced human being. Seeing time as a resource not only meant for working is a brilliant way to start solving any addiction to getting things done. However, this mindset can only really be maintained if you have a good set of positive habits day to day that ground you and keep you in the present moment. And you might think, well, Joel, I don't know how to build good habits. Well, my friend, I have a solution. You can watch this video in its entirety and I will show you how to build a habit from literally day zero so you can continue to improve your life.